Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. I am here with Laura Cook, who works with Lutheran Social Services in Jacksonville as their refugee coordinator. So glad you took the time to talk to us. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for your interest. Appreciate it.
So, Laura, tell us a little bit about LSS and the work that you guys do.
Great. So LSS has been around serving our community for the past 40 years. We started as a food pantry and then just kind of grown to meet our community's needs. So we have 5 different programs, one being the food pantry. We have representative payee services. We have an ACE program that assists those with HIV. And then we have Steps to Success, which is a financial literacy center. And then we have refugee services, which of course is my favorite service that we have here at LSS. But we've been resettling refugees for a while. Actually, we've resettled over 16,000 over a course of our organization's history. And they've come from all over the world. And we just have services that focus in on social and economic self-sufficiency to help with integration into community.
So how many refugees do you guys typically settle in a year?
That's changed over the course of the history. Last year we saw 36. This year we already have 60. And then in the past we've resettled all the way up to 300 a year. So it really just depends on multiple different factors. Next year we're supposed to see 275. So it's always changing. It's always a fluid situation.
Yeah. Do you know how many of those refugees will be coming from Afghanistan versus other countries?
So the 275 actually doesn't encapsulate all the refugees we'll be seeing from Afghanistan. That's a different number. So we'll be seeing maybe 100 or more than 100 from Afghanistan. We've already seen 30 travel so far to our Jacksonville location. And we're definitely expecting more. We're just not sure how much.
Yeah, it's a fluid situation for sure.
Yes.
So what do you guys provide for the families who are coming to this country?
Great question. We have core services. So before they come, we will find them an apartment. We know their family size before they come, and we know any of their medical needs or other needs they might have. And so we find that apartment and we set it up, hopefully with donations, because we don't want to start buying things for them using their own funds. And so we set that apartment up and we'll pick them up from the airport and we'll bring them back. We'll do a safety orientation of, this is the lock, this is how we operate all the appliances. And then the next day I'll go to a home visit and we'll talk to them about how it is to live in the United States. This is 911, this is where the hospital is, this is how you get your groceries. And we have that caseworker stays with them for the first 90 days in the country. And during that 90 days, we'll do cultural orientation, and that includes US laws, their rights, everything about school, about working, and includes really anything you need to know to live in the United States. And then we will do school enrollments, we'll do job orientation, our employment services will help them find a job, and we will help them go to Social Security and the health department. All the services that they need to start off their life here will help them with for the first 90 days. So that goal at the end of the 90 days is for them to be self-sufficient, which is a pretty crazy thing to think about. Like if you were dropped into another country, you got 90 days to figure it out. We do have some services up to 5 years. So if they need to come back for employment help, they can come back for that. Or we have youth and mentoring services up to 5 years. And so that's really useful for the youth to get adjusted to school and learning English. They can go to English classes up to 5 years with our grants as well. So there's a number of services to help up to 5 years. That's pretty much the gist of all the services that we have.
Wow. And what are some ways that churches like ours can participate in what you're doing?
Yeah, it's great that you are interested in participating. There's a number of ways. First is to volunteer. And if you go to our website, lssjax.org, it lists all the ways you can volunteer with the Refugee Services Program. And so some of them, like apartment setups, would be great for small groups. We have a lot of different churches that are a part of our apartment setup teams. And so the team comes to LSS when we need an apartment set up. They pick up all the donated goods, travel to the apartment, which is usually close by, and they set the apartment up so that family is ready to go when they walk in from the airport. And they've been traveling for a few days, so they're tired, and everything is, beds are made, there's food in the refrigerator, so it's just really a nice welcome for the family. There's a number of other volunteer options as well listed on the website. And then, of course, money. Our programs, they are grant funded, but a portion of it is required to be fundraised for. And then especially for this situation in Afghanistan, is they have the US government created a very special program for those Afghan parolees coming into cities in the United States, because they don't qualify for a lot of services that refugees and special immigrant visa holders do. So we are becoming really creative and making partnerships with community members and utilizing private funds so we could be able to support these families as they come here to resettle in Jacksonville.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited that we're able to support you guys, and we'll be raising money all month. And as a reminder to our congregation that every dollar you give between now and World Communion Sunday will be matching from our General Missions Fund. So thank you all for your generosity. Thank you, Laura, for the work that you do in our community, and I look forward to celebrating our gift later on next month. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for thinking about them.